Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back. First of all, if you like to support me and the channel, my PayPal will be in the description, so thank you very much. Now, welcome back to Anime King. I'm back with part 2 of What If Naruto Was the Ōtsutsuki of the Sea, guys. Remember to get this one too. 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the What Ifs on the other channels if you're new. Yes, I indeed have 3 more channels, which I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. I'll be leaving a link for Anime King 2, Anime Symbol, Anime King 3, and if you would like to see textile What Ifs, that's on Anime Print, so yeah, it's indeed 4 channels. So, without further ado or wasting any more time, how about we jump right into this brand new episode? Let us begin now, guys. So, the last part we left off, we got the origin of Naruto. He was the brother of the Sage of Six Paths, the oldest, and the most special out of all of the 3 of them, yes. Kaguya Ōtsutsuki gave birth to 3 children, Naruto, Hamura, and Hagurumo. 3 very special boys, but Naruto was different. From the moment he was birthed into this world, he had an obsession with water. Something was just different about him when it came to the water. It was like he understood it in ways that most people could not. Learning about their mother's action, Naruto worked with his brothers to seal their mother away. Unfortunately, though, Naruto did not feel the same way that Hagurumo felt about the people, believing that they would destroy themselves if they ever got chakra. But Hagurumo still wanted to do it. Hamura tried to bring the peace, but Naruto told him that he would just be dooming mankind. Naruto decided to leave and told him that he will not interfere as he made his way towards the sea. And Naruto was right. As mankind progressed with chakra, they evolved and they turned more deadly. Chaos, war, destruction, they fought. They killed, they slaughtered without hesitation. Naruto's words came true. Unlike the others, Naruto would not wither away with time. Naruto submerged himself in water as he went down deep. A powerful seal that protected his home away from the landwalkers. Naruto became the god of the sea, lost by memory, lost by time. As his word became his bond, he would not go back to the surface. Naruto used his power, which had grown exponentially, and forged people similar to him. Weaker, yes, but similar. They were aquatic individuals, looking humanoid but perfectly able to live underwater. They built a city, they built a world under there. It spanned for the entire surface of the ocean, the seal making it so that it did not cut off, it did not break apart. Naruto's home was underneath. It was everything, larger than any of the greater nations combined. As Naruto's home had been self-sustaining, we get to see Naruto guards, very special guards that were by his side, as Naruto created them for handling personal matters. They were right beneath him. To everyone there, Naruto was their leader, their father, their wise elder, the one that brought prosperity, the one that brought youth, the one that brought acceptance to them all. Naruto had spies that watched the landwalkers, learning about their treachery. There was only once in the past thousands of years that Naruto had swept away mankind when they affected one of his people. Naruto brought the wrath upon them, showing that he was not someone to be tampered with. But they believed that it was just a natural disaster because no one could truly fathom someone possessing that amount of power. We get to see Naruto top officials and how powerful they are in terms of their strength and their order as well, each of them being special in their own right. However, things would not stay peaceful for too long. As Naruto home was self-sufficient, we get to see what they eat, how they go about dealing with business, and how the members rank. That is when one of their own was found, tossed into the water like garbage. It was war up there at the moment. They believed that she was a special Kekigenkai user. Naruto gave his people one order not to interfere and not to harm the land walkers. Thus, she tried to speak to them, but they tortured her. They picked her apart piece by piece, trying to see what kind of bloodline she possessed. Naruto was able to witness it all through her eyes. No one truly died down here because when they reached a certain age, their bodies simply became one with the water, and they could still feel them, but this was the first confirmed death. And Naruto was pissed. There was a funeral, something they never had, but this was to honor her legacy, honor her name. As Naruto made his way, he got his armor, he got his protection, he got his weapon. A weapon that was forged by a meteor that fell into the ocean hundreds of thousands of years ago. Naruto trident as he stepped up on the land. His very step up on the land started to cause chaos as ships were being destroyed. Monstrous waves ripping through the seaboard as his people follow. Naruto was here for one thing and one thing only: chaos. So yeah guys, basically let's play it off. You guys can switch across the play structure for yourselves to begin this new episode. It's been a very long time since he breathed within the ear. As Naruto stood on the surface, gazing outwards. From what he saw of her memories, Naruto knew exactly who was behind this. Believing that no one would know anything, they speak casually in front of her. Something that angered him even more. Naruto stepping on the surface caused a lot to take place. 1. Ships and boats were being destroyed. Coasts were being wiped away. But it wasn't just that though. While Naruto had become something, unaging from the hands of death, his brother Hagurumo still retained his essence and his connection with the earth. But he could not show up unless there was something there that connected him strong enough. A piece of his chakra, a piece of his power. And right there was the embodiment of his brother. Thus, Hagurumo could visit Naruto, but he hasn't. Pride, shameful. Naruto words that came through. While he could not come to the earth, he could feel what was going on. The continuous war between his sons that passed down, the death and destruction that mankind has brought, how they use chakra to hurt, brutalize, and kill without hesitation. However, a small part of him still believed there was some hope. But even he could see that this was horrible. The last time Naruto used the ability on the land walkers, he never fully stepped foot on the earth. He remained where he was and simply allowed the power that they believed was nature to take them. But now he was here in person. Hagurumo knew that meant disaster, death and destruction. Thus, he appeared. He appeared as Naruto's 5 lieutenants behind him, appeared beside him, all of them in their own gear. They were confused as they saw. It appeared out of nothing. The man looking like a spectral ghost. Hagurumo. He aged quite a lot. Even in this form he returned as his old self, while Naruto had not changed. Still youthful. In every single way. Naruto looked up towards him, quite aware that his brother could do this. Naruto could feel him, His essence never truly vanished away. Unlike his other brother that went to peace, forgetting about his connection, leaving it to his offsprings. That was, well, them on the moon. But Naruto never concerned himself with them. Naruto looked up. Their eyes met. They haven't seen each other since that day when Naruto left. Hagurumo knew what Naruto was going to do. The weapon in his hand, the armor, the look in his eyes. He knew what Naruto was going to do, and it was very clear. You can't do this, he said. Naruto looked rather amused. That's the first thing you say to me. After all this time, you can't do this. You might want to try again, said Naruto. I know what you're here to do, Hagurumo said. They don't deserve this. Naruto tilted his head. He looked into his brother's eyes. Hagurumo witnessed what happened to Naruto people. Naruto's eyes never changed. Naruto's eyes did not possess a Byakugan. He did not possess the Rinnegan. He possessed something completely different. Naruto's eyes were glowing. You could see the different shades. Right now it was completely blue. The full spectral look behind those eyes contained so much power. He did have the Byakugan though, but his eyes did look nothing like them. Years of evolution, years of the connection to the sea. Naruto's eyes was something else entirely. His brother always knew that Naruto was strong. Even with the power of the 10 tails, he did not 100% believe he could defeat Naruto when Naruto said that he would stop him back then. And now, even with the power that he still retained, well, it was useless. Because he can't really give it to anyone or use it at the moment. There was nothing to connect to except for his brother. As Naruto looked at him, Hagurumo, he saw everything. He knew everything now. About Naruto's people, the innocent girl. Mankind is don't give me that crap, said Naruto. Mankind is flawed, misunderstood. It's what you told me all those years ago. I warned you time and time again, but you would not listen. How long was it? Days? Hours? We argued. I tried to make you see what was right. Can't you see that you're no longer supposed to be here? The only reason why you're here is because you know you're a failure. Our brother has passed on, leaving his duties to his children. You, on the other hand, you cannot leave. And the reason is very clear. You're punishing yourself. You always do that even when you were younger. You put things on your head and you refuse to let it go. I was always different from you too. Even now, as you can see, my body hasn't aged a day. And it doesn't seem like it's planning to do that anytime soon. I am still here, but I've transcended what I was a long time ago, while still retaining some part of myself. I no longer consider myself anything like I once was. You, on the other hand, you have the chance to leave, to finally be at peace, but what do? You stick around, watching your failures, watching your flaw. Because deep down you know, your actions back then made a huge mistake. And now you're punishing yourself like you did all those years ago, said Naruto. That's not true, Hagurumo said. Then tell me, why are you still here? It can't be that you're watching over me. After all, you could have come to me any time for the past couple of years, but now you decide to show because you know why I'm here. I told you that I would never get tangled up with mankind ever again, that I would leave them be, and I've done so. I told my people clearly, don't attack a single one of them. And because of that, An innocent soul was brutally tortured. They picked her apart piece by piece. She could have killed them, she could have slaughtered them, but because of my rule, she left them be, and they captured her. She tried to talk to them, and yet they attacked her. She tried to get away, to not harm them, but they attacked her. Because deep down, they only care about their own growth, their own power. And that's because of you starting your stupid cult, believing that you can purify mankind wise with chakra. But look at it now. War, chaos, destruction. How many people have died? Just how much is the body count since the people gain chakra? I'm sure you know, after all. You've been watching and feeling it all. So what do you have to say about that Naruto questioned him? Hagurumo was at a loss, unable to contradict Naruto's words because deep down he knew it was all the truth. Perhaps it's finally time for them to be judged, said Naruto. You can't, Hagurumo said. I can't? Let me ask you something, brother. Who exactly is gonna stop me, Naruto questioned. Naruto started to walk away. Years of being under there has turned you like mother, Hagurumo said. I am nothing like her, said Naruto. I did not take anything from mankind, but over the years I've been wondering, was she truly wrong for seeing the people the way they truly are? You can't be serious. They were innocent. Yes, or perhaps we were just too naive to see the truth. Naruto said, looking over his shoulder. I'm done talking to you. You spent the last thousands of years staying away. Why change now? Please, I'm begging you. You don't have to do this. I understand your pain. You understand nothing. You fail. We could have ruled together. We could have stand side by side as brothers, but you turned your back on us for mankind. Not even Hamura you supported. He left. He took others with him and left. Because he saw it for himself as well. He was just too afraid to tell you. He knew deep down that mankind was bad. He paid me a visit before he went to the moon. He told me he just didn't want you to see that he chose my side. But we already know that our brother was always trying to play the peace card between us. Because he know the both of us are hard to understand in many different ways. He left the earth. He left. He never came back. He never tried to help. Because he realized that mankind was doomed the moment you decided to influence them with your so-called piece of chakra teaching, which turned out to be nothing but bullshit, said Naruto. So do yourself a favor. Pass on. Because you're not going to like what I'm about to do, said Naruto. Hagurumo tried to say something, but Naruto waved his hand. The ear distorted as Hagurumo was gone. With that, Naruto started to make his way. However, he was once again interrupted. This time though, this was someone that Naruto liked. Despite being a land walker, it was Kaguya. Kaguya Uzumaki. Naruto actually smiled when he saw the man. Naruto was fond of the Uzumaki clan, their teachings, the way they put family, the way they put loyalty above everything else. Naruto was fond of them, and Kaguya was a soul that saw nothing but the genuine, acceptance of his people. He only submit to others to ensure that his people were safe. Say for example the union between the Uzumaki and the Konoha leader, the first one that is. Kaguya was a genuine soul, and Naruto appreciated that. There was a few others that Naruto were familiar with, but majority of them were monks. Because they followed their culture. They did not let the pressure of being a land walker simply be their entire personality. And yet there were others that could be so wrong, so vile. Kagami must have sensed Naruto. Naruto stepping on the land had caused a great deal of shifting. The Uzumakis used their Fuinjutsu in many different ways. Teleportation, space-time warping seal. No wonder he got here so quickly. This was the area that Naruto met him the last time, but Naruto had never stepped on the earth itself. He remained on the water. Kagami made a chance and come here. And he saw him. Surprisingly, he saw him on the earth. The last time Kagami was the one that got to see Naruto's home. A privilege that not many would ever get. But the recent disturbance of the land shows. Kagami knew that Naruto was thinking about him and his people because the Uzumaki were 3 lands, but not a single disturbance around their water, but the rest of the miles of water out, there was so many vile twisting and tsunami waves that were crushing down, but him and his people were safe. So he knew that something was going on. He greeted Naruto respectfully. Despite Kagami being old, Naruto was much more. Then again, Kagami wasn't that old, and his Uzumaki lineage gave him a youthful appearance, despite being within his 50s. I must say, I never expected to see you here, said Naruto. Well, I am the one that is truly surprised. Despite not truly knowing your hatred towards the land itself, to see you walking on it, I am quite surprised. I could feel the moment that you arrive. There's a lot going on right now. Yes, I'm quite aware. Kagami was terrified of that. That one little moment. Naruto did not care that much about human life. Being on his good side was one thing, but you could see the difference between him and a normal human. There was no hesitation, no remorse. Whether it be young or old, he would slaughter without hesitation. He brought plagues and destruction without even stepping foot. He wiped away so many villages, so many homes. People believed that it was a natural disaster, but no, it was him. Kagami had to question why was he here. Someone dear to me got hurt. I am simply here to punish those that were involved. I am sorry to hear that, Kagami said. Can I ask, who was behind this? Naruto looked into his eyes as Kagami saw the headband. It was Kumo. The third Raikage was a very violent man. His village had the least amount of Kekigenkai users across the entire world. Thus, he was constantly seeking to gain more. His name was A. He was a very tall, muscular man with wild, unkempt hair. He had a son. His son was very young right now, but he named his son after himself. His son was also named A as well, believing that his son would be the next in line and the name would keep him as the next Raikage. He was always going after bloodline users. He desired to, use them, to understand them, to put them within his village by any means necessary. He's done some horrible things. And now he's picked Naruto member apart. And when he found out that it wasn't a bloodline that he could, copy at first, he had them experiment on her. Dissect her like she was an animal. Naruto was now here to cast judgment on them all, as there was more than a couple of people involved in her capture and the authorization to do what they did. Kagami tried to calm Naruto, afraid that this might lead to something much more chaotic, as he looked behind Naruto and saw his 5 guards. Knowing their strength, feeling their power from just looking at them, as he could tell that this was going to be catastrophic. And as much as there should be punishment that should be dealt out, Naruto was a person that would wipe away the entire land of lightning. And there were still innocent people amongst them. Kagami was the leader of the Uzumaki, but Kaguya was also a passionate man. Stated before that the Uzumakis were a clan of ruthless individuals that did not really care about others. But Kaguya's father, he was the first to bring change to the Uzumakis, and then Kaguya, who was taught by his father. Despite his stern approach on protecting his people, Kaguya also had sympathy. Not for those that hurt his people or come after his village, but for the innocent people out there that did nothing and they're caught up in war and chaos. Unfortunately for him though, as Naruto looked at him, Kaguya said, "Naruto, your people will not be harmed. This doesn't concern you." "It's been a pleasure talking to you once again," said Naruto, "but I must go." Naruto raised his trident, and his people and himself were lifted up. The water appeared out of nowhere. Kaguya could only watch, knowing that he physically could not stop them, and he would not put his people's life at jeopardy for Kumo, despite the horrors that were going to take place. As Naruto made his way, him and his people spoke. There were others that saw them. The world was very tense right now. The first great shinobi war had recently came to an end. There was a lot of death and destruction. The second Hokage had recently been killed, and a young Hokage was put in place. Hiruzen Sarutobi. Yes. So right now things were still a bit tense. There were still skirmishes going around. So many people was curious as they saw the group marching through the land. Naruto and his people gliding by the sea. Where there was no water, they became water. As they moved through, arriving there, they stopped. Seeing the first mountain over the horizon, his people and him casually walk. No fear, no hesitation as they moved through. When they arrived towards the line of lightning, they were immediately seen as suspects. After all, they look rather unusual. Clothing, weapons. And this was not a very steady time, so word was immediately sent back towards Kumo, which was embedded behind the land of lightning. It did not take too long for a group to arrive. Specialized envoys that were scouring the area, keeping people in line, keeping the protection, keeping the peace. They came and stopped in front of Naruto and his group. "Identify yourself," one of them said. No question before that. Just straight to business. Naruto looked at the man. Keels stepped up. "Allow me, my lord," Keel said. Naruto nodded. He pulled out the weapon, crafted from the Leviathan bones. Immediately the envoys tense. They draw their weapon, but it was too late. Keels carved through them, literally. The Leviathan bones could not be shattered by any normal weapon. They were almost indestructible. It cut through samurai armor that some of these envoys seemed to be wearing. Specialized armor that belonged to samurais, while they were not samurais. It cut through kunais, it cut through swords, it cut through mallets. It only took 30 seconds. And 6 ninjas lie dead on the ground. People start to scurry away as Keels cleaned his weapons. Naruto and his group continued to march, going straight towards Kumo. More people arrive. A different intersection. Myron stepped up as she started to play her melody. She was the Siren Queen after all. Her black hair floated, her eyes glistened. Ninjas folded and collapsed on themselves. This was much more deadly than any other genjutsu, as none of them could handle it. They simply collapsed, their brain unable to take it, as they folded and crushed down to the ground. Naruto did not even have to lift a finger as they continue on. They were ambushed, but Drenuk stepped forward, taking explosive and swords like it was nothing. The giant of a man was far too powerful to be breached by these weak weapons. He sent ninjas sailing. Realizing that this was bad, the Raikage stepped up, making his way as he arrived towards the border, his long hair bristling within the wind. Naruto stopped his people as he stepped towards the man. Distance away, you're the one that has been marching through my land, harming my people. It seems you have a death wish, the Raikage said. Naruto looked into his eyes. The Raikage saw it. She was a part of my family, said Naruto. And you gave the order to do unspeakable things to her, trying to find out what bloodline she possessed. Bring me the people that were involved. I will take them and you back, and you shall be punished for your crimes. Naruto said it so casually. The Raikage wanted to laugh. This person marched into his place demanding that he hand over himself. He was the Raikage. He refused, flat out. Humanity, still so naive, still so foolish to not understand the difference between your power and others when faced with it. Is this your pride? Believing that the Raikage was in front of Naruto. He struck Naruto across the face, intending to blow Naruto's head clean off. Unfortunately for him though, something was wrong. Naruto barely moved. His guards itching to kill this man, but Naruto gave them an order. The Raikage was stunned as he stepped back. Tanking his punch like that was not easy. He believed that this person wasn't as strong as he looked because he was feeling nothing. Because these people could not feel how truly terrifying Naruto was, because Naruto wasn't angry. Yes, he was not. Because Naruto gave out his orders expecting them to be met. Naruto was like the ocean itself, calm, and that is all you felt. Naruto knew that if he stepped into this place angry, he would wipe everything away. And as stated before, Naruto did not hated mankind. He simply had no faith in them. He simply do not care about them. Naruto was here to have the people that hurt her on trial, for his people to see her life gain injustice. The Raikage immediately raised a finger, one of his most powerful technique, intending on piercing through Naruto as lightning started to cackle around him. But Naruto grabbed his trident and threw it. The Raikage moved out of the way, expecting said trident to stop, until the energy around it glistened and whipped. It tore a mountain in half. Naruto held his hand out as it returned, tearing the other half of the mountain. The giant piece of earth fell. It was chaotic as buildings were crushed, bodies were crushed away. Naruto just eliminated a good portion of Kumo shinobis, civilians, just like that. Naruto's weapon was no ordinary weapon, forged from the steel that fell from the heavens. The weapon was absolute. There was no one here that could break it, no one here that could hold it except for him. The Raikage was stunned. It seems you misunderstand my words, Naruto said. I told you to hand yourself over and your people. It wasn't a request, it was an order. Dare to strike me again, and I'll crush your entire village. Now go. Get your people, Naruto said. He raised his hand as a throne made from water formed. As he sat down, I will be waiting right here. The Raikage was terrified. A man that has been always in charge, powerful, facing many dangerous people. But this was something else. He raced back to his village. As much as he was arrogant, he did care about his village. Thus, he raced back to his home. It was panic and chaos all over. As Naruto and his people waited, Naruto started to feel insulted because no one was coming out. Naruto demanded that they hand themselves over. He clearly don't understand what they don't understand with that. These people are nothing to him. He could drop their entire village if he pleased. This is why his brother was so terrified, because he knew that Naruto would not put up with any of mankind's foolishness. He would not allow the land walkers to disrespect him in any single way. Naruto got off the throne. It melted away. As he gripped his trident, it started to glow until Naruto saw movements. Fearing that he would do it again, the Raikage gathered his people to buy time while the evacuation begins, getting them out of this area, moving them beyond the mountains area. There were many secret passageways underground. They had to get out of here because that spear of his, the trident, wiped out a mountain with a single throw. But the Raikage would not give up or hand himself over. He would fight and crush this enemy like he's done to many other enemies in the past. That is exactly what he will do right here and right now. He gathered the Jinchurikis, who had control over their tail beasts. The first was a man with purple hair. He was the 8-tailed Jinchuriki. He had purple hair, tan skin. Half of his hair was white, and it was a more dull purple, looking like it was black, but it was indeed purple. His name was Ryun. He was the 8-tailed Jinchuriki. The Raikage had no other choice but to pull out their most powerful weapons. And then the girl was there as well. She had jet black hair, creamy skin, pale blue eyes. She was the wielder of the 2-tailed Jinchuriki. Her name was Ryoko. Ryoko and Ryun made their way first. The Raikage, knowing of their destructive power, Naruto watched as they transformed without hesitation, looking at the beast that his brother had created. While Naruto has never seen them before, he felt their power. They launched twin-tail beast bombs right towards him and his people, intending on crushing them where they stood. However, Naruto did not even have to make a single move as Zerol, the Coral King, stepped in front of them and placed his hand down. Coral erupted from the earth itself, powerful and dense. The massive thick wall expanded. When the tail beast bomb hit, it erupted. The power so great, a bright white light swallowed the entire area, with the insurance that was able to take them down. The Raikage gazed outwards. His sensors, though, they felt the power, but it was so strange. The power was beyond anything they ever felt. Unfortunately for them, though, Naruto was angry. Immediately, the sensors started to drop like fly. Their system being overwhelmed, their mind being crushed under the strain. The coral pathed away as Naruto raised his hand for his people to stand back. What don't these humans understand? He gave them a choice. He made them choose, and yet they still choose to fight. They did something bad, horrible, horrendous. And when it came time for them to pay for their actions, they fought. Fine. Naruto was done with them all. If they want to fight, he will give them a fight. Naruto slammed his trident down. Water erupted. It possessed over 100 tentacles. Some were grabbed, but this water was not normal. The water was boiling. It consumed the shinobis, and the boiling point, their skin started to melt off their bones. People started to run and leap away. The 2-tailed beasts descended upon Naruto, tentacles and blue flames. Naruto slammed his trident down. Both tail beasts were launched to the opposite side. They got back up though, stunned by the power. The Raikage, seeing the opportunity, burst forward, his finger aimed at Naruto's skull, trying to pierce his head. But Naruto tilted. He simply tilted to the side. He grabbed the Raikage arm and backhanded him. The man was sent over his village, crashing hard. His death won't be easy. Naruto could see everyone on the battlefield, and he will punish those that hurt his people. Naruto leaped into the sky. Everyone gazed upwards, watching in absolute fear, as they just saw a large part of their army being boiled alive. Naruto manipulated the water density. So powerful, so strong. With a single slam of his trident as he threw it into the earth, Naruto split Kumo and the Land of Lightning. He split the entire place. The earth formation changed. It tore into the earth, opened up a massive gap that no one could jump across. Perhaps a tail beast, given their mass. He split it all. Thousands fell to their death in boiling water that consumed their very essence. The Raikage picked himself up. The one single hit had caused several broken bones. He was stunned, frightened, but it wasn't over yet. Everyone that was a part of the disaster that cost her life was being plucked out of the ground. Literally, water consumed them. It didn't matter where they hide. Council members were there as well, a part of the discussion. The new species of bloodline, they said. There were over 24 of them. The Raikage making 25. He tried to fight it, but the water solidified, placing it in a hibernation state, shutting down his body but keeping him alive. With that, Naruto looked down, raising his hand as his trident rose. A few Kumo ninjas tried to flee. Naruto gave the order as his group decimated them. Naruto looked down towards the village, the people. So many years he spent not judging mankind for their problems. Perhaps it was time that he indeed judged them. It was the same reason why they locked up his mother. Because she judged mankind, she used them. But what was the difference between her and himself now? Hagurumo words had angered him because his mother had gone insane. Naruto had loved his mother. He cared for her. He loved her. She was the one that took care of them, keeping them safe from the world in the beginning. But then she started to change. Naruto knew why. It was her power. Back then Naruto felt it, but he never understood it. Her power was affecting her in a way that it didn't affect them in the slightest. It was almost like it was manipulating her. Naruto knew now that his mother was being corrupted. However, as powerful as Naruto was, he felt ashamed. Disgrace that they could have done something and yet they sealed her away. But she sentenced so many people to death because he wanted to do right as Hagurumo said. But Naruto has left her there, in that endless sleep, because he was ashamed to face her. But perhaps she deserved her freedom, he thought to himself, just mulling the idea in his mind. As Naruto gazed up towards the moon, knowing that they would have something to say about it. But not a single soul amongst them can tell him what to do. But Naruto also knew that his mother feared people coming for her, people that was not from this earth. His mother was a part of a race of powerful beings. She told her story once, but she never went into detail about those from the sky, a place where him and his brothers could never go. She never explained why though. However, so much time has passed and Naruto had gotten so much more stronger. Perhaps he should have a conversation with his mother. As Naruto was lost in thought, Blue flames were launched towards him. Ink was also launched towards him as well. Naruto looked down at them all. Judgment. That was all he said. And what followed was hard to explain. But the world will remember it for thousands upon thousands of years. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.